welcome to the fucking thing. Here we are doing shit. This would be, what is it, season 12, episode 1.
I can hear us coming through there.
Yeah.
Let me mute that. Or if we're on the YouTubes, this would be episode 45. Those were the wrong order that I put my fingers up. Alright, so last time we left off, you fuckers wrestled some ghosts, which then allowed you to go talk to the mayor of the Gnome Town Dropstone, who gave you some fucking information to go deal with this fucking frost giant.
Wait, Dropstone, are they just constantly going through puberty?
Yeah, I think so.
Get it in there. Freeze frame with the phone halfway through the air. To be continued.
Anyway, and you guys left off. Oh, you learned that clack, fucking Christ.
Whoa.
Clacksass Clacks.
The KSK.
Clacksass Clacks is a greedy fucker. And
You've done
maybe
this to yourself.
I really did do that to myself. It's fine. Names. Anyway, you dicks. No, pretty much. You guys left off outside of the castle, getting ready for Leo to send some fucking birds in.
We're gonna do some animal scouting.
Oh shit! I guess I did cast that spell, didn't I?
Yeah, you've got that spell.
Squirrels and
That
turtles.
spell.
That spell.
You got that spell.
Ooh, that spell. I
That-
forgot I became Pigeon Man from Hey Arnold for a little while.
Really
and turtles.
quick, I do have a little bit of retconning because I fleshed
I have
things.
a coat like the Pigeon Man from Hey Arnold now.
You've got a coat like the Pigeon Man from Hey Arnold. No, on the way up the mountain to the castle, maybe you came across some clockwork golems like foraging out in the wilderness for food, you would presume, of some kind. Maybe they were hunting. At first, maybe you avoided them and didn't get detected. Then maybe one of them kind of accidentally came up on you, but just really didn't give a shit. Like, whatever they're doing out there, you are not a concern for these clockwork golems. And these would be clockwork golems you would presume are controlled by Clacksass Clacks and the Frost Giants. What else? You came up to the castle. Castle wall, huge walls going around this castle. In the center of this castle, or in the castle grounds, you can see there's two huge spiraling towers, whatever you want to fucking call it.
Hero towers.
Yeah. It looks almost like you may have seen like elven designed castles before, but this is just kind of like next level, like elegant architecture and flowing, like no real sharp corners. Everything kind of flows real naturally almost. So it's really a sight to behold. Anyway, that's where our catch up is. Now, fucking go. It's your guys' turn.
Oh shit.
Does the castle look
Do
like
some animal
well
things.
maintained?
I'm beholding this sight.
From the castle wall, of course, you're outside of the castle wall, so all you can see are the castle walls. You don't see any ivy or anything growing on the castle walls. You don't see any like broken chunks or anything. It looks to be in pretty good shape from where you're looking. And kind of the spiraling towers you can see, they don't look rickety or like they're falling apart. They look pretty solid.
Doesn't look like the last castle either.
Does not look like the last castle. That's a good way to put that, yes.
Alright.
So, and then Alex, whenever you want to hop in here with your fucking pigeons.
Was it pigeons or something?
Or hawks or something.
They were hawks, I think.
Yeah, they
Because
were.
I think we were going to be
Clouds of
like
mosquitoes.
stealthing as far back as we could be like within range of
Right.
his birds to scout it and then come back to us.
Yeah, you were almost to the castle. You're close enough to see the castle, but you're still far enough out. You're not like right up on it.
I would give them the verbal command to fly around for 5 minutes and come back to me.
Okay. They fly around for 5 minutes, observing the castle,
Doing bird things.
doing bird things, and then they would return to you.
And then I cast speak with animals.
All right. You cast speak with animals. the hawks say some fucking hawk shit. I don't know.
Calm down one at a time, guys.
It's like a
What are you wanting to ask these hawks?
Do they see any enemies? Anything of interest? What is it like to be a hawk?
We'll start with the last question.
Okay.
What is it like to be a
I
hawk?
guess they're face spirits, though, technically. So they're like, I mean, this is what I do.
Yeah, this is what I do. I fly, I hunt, I eat, I shit. It's fucking great.
I burb.
I spawn at your
bird.
command.
I can see.
I can see clearly now that the rain's gone.
Yeah, I can see mice running through a field 3 miles away.
I can see all obstacles in my way.
I can see all obstacles in my way. Preferably, I like to catch mice right before they start mating with another mouse, because it's just like
2 for 1?
well, 2 for 1, but more so like there's that. They're so excited. They're about to like, yeah, this is gonna be fucking. Then you're dead.
He's one of those. He's one of them. He gets off on it then.
Right. He definitely gets a kick on the fact that he.
What are you guys doing as I'm cocking at like a hawk and then I go high five one? Like,
Right.
I'm just like
Yeah.
Quietly
He gets,
praying to Fultus for all this crap
Yeah.
to come to an
he definitely gets a kick out of the.
I think you're just like slowly.
I'm just off in the
losing
corner, like kicking around some dirt. I'm like,
it. Yeah.
I
Well,
look
the
like
common folk always have been a little strange.
weighing my odds as I hold my giant greatsword. Is it worth it?
And what do they see?
Let me write down this note.
I just picture your character because let's see, you were like rolling around on the ground for a while after getting a concussion.
rolling around at the speed of
Now
sound.
you're like a bird person. Speaking of birds, it's just been like a downward.
This is the
slide.
second time you see me do that too. That's it.
Are you Harvey?
Okay,
Harvey
so
Birdman?
what do they say? They say we see the castle interior, and they kind of maybe give you a bird description of all of the.
I expect this one.
Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to, because I worked really hard on this fucking castle map that we talked about earlier. Now, mind you, this is the simplified version. There's a nice terrain underground to it. Like if I were to show it on the stream, I'm not going to because I'm lazy.
I don't deny that.
Chris!
Are we all allowed to see this?
Yeah, you can pass it around. I presume Leo would share the information.
I don't know, Leo. Are you sharing this information?
Yeah,
Okay.
So
Hey, it's a castle.
they describe to you the castle layout. They say they see giants wandering around here and there. They see, one thing they describe is you see the buildings, but also interspersed among those castles are like some large-sized architecture that would be described to you as, you know, like giant, like tents and lean-to, crudely built inside the castle walls too. I gave out one for each table.
I know, but they're going too slow, so
That's fine. What other questions would you have for the birds, Alex? What other things do you want them to?
Do they see any animals in the stable?
No. No animals in the stable.
So
Is it so? How is
You're
this
so bad.
castle like? Is it positioned on like the highest point in the mountain, or is there stuff behind it? Or...
who
This
are you asking? Are you
is-
asking me or are you asking the birds?
Are you asking Alex to ask
Yeah.
the birds?
Yeah, for
Alex, how do you ask the birds?
So
He's
you,
like,
what were you? What do you
It's not
want?
working.
I'm wondering like how's this castle positioned, or even we could probably even see that if we're far back enough to see. I'm just kind of curious of what it's like around the castle. If it's like on the side of a mountain, if it's
Oh,
on
terrain.
top
It's-
of it.
Okay. Imagine a mountain peak,
Mhm.
and someone has cut the very top of the mountain peak off
Oh, so it's
and
flat
turned
on
it
the
into a
top.
plateau.
Okay.
And then built this castle on that plateau.
Okay.
Like the area you're standing on, like you're down the slope a ways. But yeah, you can tell, like, if you were to go look, this flat part of this plateau, it's almost like marble smooth, like unnaturally flat.
So it's like an Avenger? What?
It's like an Avenger.
Oh, Marvels.
Oh, okay.
I still don't get it.
Marvel.
He said Marvel, but he heard Marvel.
It was a dumb joke. Don't worry.
I was trying to make the connection.
I like the
with
Marvel
flat,
Avengers too.
And I was like, I'm so
The Marvel
confused.
Avengers are the best
How to make the joke.
My favorite is the Vision.
I don't know. Did they see if they did they see any giants?
I asked Stevie.
Yeah.
If he saw any giants.
Oh yeah, we saw some giants wandering around.
Any outside the wall?
What did they look like? That's what I wanted to know first.
Big, shaggy white beards, like thin kind of leather armor, kind of pale blue skin.
Okay. All right. They're not super giant.
No, size. If you were getting it size, they're maybe
They're smaller giants, but they're still fucking giants.
15 to 20 feet tall.
That's so large.
So large,
just don't
larger
forget.
than like Thavik. Thavik, what's your height?
Don't
Like
forget our
7'2"
survival
or something
Right.
like that.
They're
said that we can't fight more.
double height of Thavik, but they're not like
We
that
can't
other.
fight many of them.
Yeah, it's not like that other giant you saw that was like
The giant king.
skyscraper tall.
The
Yeah.
giant we saw in the water.
Yeah,
Okay,
The
smaller
giant
than
king.
it's smaller than that. Like I said, how would I say? We'll say maybe 15 feet. Like 15 foot would be a good average.
If they saw any
Skyrim giants.
outside
Yeah,
the
Skyrim giants. There we go. Skyrim
that.
giant
Okay,
size.
like twice the size of a normal person.
Yeah.
In my karma, would like to know, was there any giants around the castle or in our area?
Are you talking outside? No, there was no giants outside of it, but there were some up on the walls, kind of patrolling almost.
Do they know how many were there?
Wait. No. There was one that was outside of the wall. I don't know what you guys said, but I know it's dumb and it's fantastic.
Also-
Anyway, I don't know if you heard, but there was these. No, there was one that was outside the wall on like the western front of the castle, which is you guys are approaching up off the south. So
which
off to your
which
left. Oh, that was almost a
orientation
dangerous direction that I
on
did.
on
Yeah,
this.
be careful with that.
Yeah, that direction.
Is this north?
Flip it.
Reverse it.
No, flip it again. Other way. There you go.
What?
You guys are approaching.
So
The bottom is
this
south. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a guy out by like the
So there's a
doors.
guy here,
Yeah.
farthest from the door.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Way the fuck out there.
Give him the old 1-2.
How
We don't
Is there
take
any way to
kindly to
estimate
giants
how
around
tall
here.
the walls are?
You could see giving
say
a
as we
rough
enter their
estimate
We don't take kindly to giants
60 to 80
anywhere.
feet. Like very tall.
So are you gonna be sneaking in there? Is that what's going on?
I'm not sneaking in there.
I thought you were sneaking in there. I thought that was the agreement.
No,
Oh.
I don't think so. No.
No, that sounds like a good way to die.
I mean, I would get out of there.
I think we either need to go trade our champion belts or some magic item that is of no consequence.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we trying to do?
How about
We're just trying to get a...
Hold on. What if we killed one of them, shoved it in the box, and then presented it to the king? We have this gold. Give us whatever we're looking for.
We might be able to work that out too, but that one would have to be separated.
Well, there's
from
the
all
guy
of us.
on the outside of the walls.
There is one separated.
There is one separated, yes.
As long as
But-
nobody has moral
There's
complications.
also people on the walls.
There are also
Just
giants
do
on the walls.
caw to distract him into the
I also
woods.
have a horse
Club
that
him.
I could just have.
No.
I can no. I could resummon my horse.
I'm joking.
He's like, hear me out.
We just went old school D&D.
But I can communicate with it. I could just have the horse come and maybe lure one off.
I was joking that you were gonna say I'm just gonna put my horse in the box.
Oh no!
Wait, would that work?
And
I
then
don't think
we'll
that would
tell
work.
them we
Not for
killed
the spiritual
giant.
horse,
No.
no.
But we could use it as
A real
lure.
horse, yes.
We could use it as a lure.
I just want to go
In the
there and fight.
Feywild, there's now just
I do
a
too.
pile of gold somewhere.
What's
Let's-
that?
Yeah, so
In the
what,
Feywild,
Yeah,
where it was summoned,
right.
there's just a pile
It
of
just
gold
returns as a
randomly.
pile of gold.
what are we trying to
shit.
do here? What do we need
There's
to
a
do?
Kill them all.
target
Either
getter.
come up
One
with a
of
bunch
these
of gold.
rooms, what was the ship part?
The targeting system.
Yeah, the targeting.
Ship.
Oh shit!
Anakin, why did you turn your targeting computer off?
Shut up.
I couldn't afford it.
Fucking Christ.
The damn frost giant stole it from me.
I got backbanned.
Because I used the force.
During the tournament.
It's the weapon star. I don't remember the exact name.
Damn,
I'd have to go look it up. I wrote it down somewhere earlier, but fuck pasta.
Whatever the heck is it?
Oh my god. I hate pasta.
Pasta sucks.
Except no one, I think.
So our options are stealthing or walking in, see what happens. Try and.
So we just need to
How
get
many
in
of us?
there.
How many of us talk giant? Speak giant.
I speak giant.
Not
You
it.
speak giant.
2 of you do. So those 2 die last. That way you guys can still negotiate.
I'm just gonna die
Yeah.
last.
Damn it.
I have no charisma, so you're gonna be the talking.
Is your belt the only thing that does invisibility in our party?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Doesn't somebody? No.
Do you still
just
have
know
pass
how to
without
pass
trace?
without
Huh?
trace.
Running
still have
away
pass without
is
trace?
my- Running away is how I go invisible.
How does pass without a trace work? Does it
Plus
you
touch
choose a
yourself.
person or is it an aura
I can do the
around you?
whole group.
Is it an aura around you or is
No,
it
I
a
can-
single person?
I can do the whole group, and you guys have it for the spell link,
Okay.
which is an hour.
So forever.
Because
D&D turn.
the walls are short enough that I can use my movement to block up them.
So
So
you get in there and die.
Yeah.
Me
I'm saying.
and you don't get in there.
Firebolt.
It's
Just firebolt straight up if you're in danger.
It's the others I'm concerned about getting in there.
How many giants are there in total?
But think of it this
You guys
way.
would
I'll
know
get to
from
walk
talking
up the wall.
to the mayor that there's 20 giants in total. That's
Too many.
including their leader, Clax.
There are too many.
There are too many, supposedly. I'm willing to try my odds.
I
I just wrestled a ghost. I can wrestle any number
I'm
of
not
giants.
willing to try my odds.
Just give him the biggest.
Is there like a path that leads to the front of the castle?
I have a question for some of the hawks when you're done with that.
Path leading to the castle. No,
Not on the side we're on, at least.
not on the
Okay,
side.
If
you're
there's
on.
one outside, I think luring one off would be doable.
I asked the birds, because I assume they're spirits of the area. Do these giants talk to people, or are they just gonna immediately attack us?
So wait, you talk to the birds because you think the birds will be familiar with.
Yeah, I'm
Exactly.
assuming they're just area face spirits.
Do you see the giants kill people?
Well,
all the
if you're
time?
summoning Fey spirits, they would come from the Feywild, so they would actually be completely foreign to this plane of existence.
The mayor said that they trade with them sometimes, though.
So yeah,
Well, the mayor said that they have an arrangement.
so they had to talk to them.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
provide
So-
food and golems for,
And
as
maybe-
you've seen, like hunting and scavenging.
And maybe we need to meet at their exchange point if we want to try
I
and
was thinking,
negotiate.
why don't
Maybe
we
we
go-
just need to walk up and say, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, yeah. How about I just go talk to that one that's on its own?
Okay.
That's agreement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Mhm.
But we still have to come up with something that they're going to be
I
interested in.
can find out.
Yeah, find out.
Figure what they want.
What are they interested in? What do they like?
Hey,
Do they-
giants.
Do they
What you
like?
want?
Do they like their dead bodies converted into gold?
Yeah, or peanut butter. Which one's?
Peanut butter.
They probably never even had peanut butter.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Poor giants.
Don't even
Never
know.
gonna have peanut
Yeah.
butter.
This is what's called
Does
a
our
Reese.
group know that
You're gonna love this.
converts living gold?
Say what?
Does our
Mind
Does our
blown.
group know? Because we've never put a living thing in the chest. Do we know that it gives us more gold?
Yes, one of you who was there to get the chest. Explain to him why you know that.
There was glyphs above the chest that
It
were
was
instructions.
illustrated to us.
And it
we
had
didn't try it.
a dead body gave 1 gold coin, and then an alive thing gave 2 gold coins.
Actually, I have that illustration.
Yeah, I want to say
We
have
didn't
tested
actually
it.
try it. We have never.
Yeah,
put
well, I mean,
anything
except for
alive in it.
maybe that cat, we don't know. It was sort of in a
Stop
can and either dead or alive.
it. Stop it. It didn't go in the box. We know it turned into gold.
If you could see, this is kind of way back there, Joe.
Okay.
But this was what was above it. It showed a picture of a figure with X's over its eyes going into the chest, coming out with 5, and a picture with its
Oh.
eyes open going into the chest, coming out with 10.
Okay.
And those of you on the stream, it's really washed out. Fuck you if you can't see it. I tried. That's how we get followers, Chris.
Tell our audience, fuck you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so are you gonna go up and talk to him?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Were you following up with anything on that question?
No, I was just curious.
Okay. So how are you getting up there, Alex?
You gonna walk?
I'm just gonna walk up there.
You're just gonna walk straight up to him, no shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Appear non-threatening.
How long was it take? How long is it gonna take me to get to that guy?
It's gonna take you at least 10 to 15 minutes, presuming you want to move around the slope of the mountain and then come up the edge, and then you'll just be, maybe 100 yards from him.
Okay, so I still have my conjured animal, so that's good.
Yeah.
All right. I want to approach him with hawks on my shoulders and arms and back and probably head.
That would definitely be enough to get attention in a what? Roll a percentile for me.
Definitely have your arms completely outstretched.
Like 2 or 3 of them pooping down your arm.
70.
As you're approaching, the giant notices you and turns around.
Oh, and I tell you guys to stay back. Don't follow me in.
The giant pulls out a giant boar spear, but it's 18 feet long, and the head of it is almost as large as your body. He calls out, the snack, because you speak giant, so I'm not gonna fucking dick around with this. A snack with the smaller snacks.
Call me a snack.
Come here, morsel.
I would yell back to him, fair, giant, noble, frost noble, Sub-Zero.
Giant Sub-Zero.
I wish to parlay with you.
Parlay's a strong enough word.
You'll get the gist.
This is disappointing. What do you want, small one?
There is an item I seek for in that castle. It is of no use to you, obviously, because you are too strong to use it, and too noble, and too cold.
And it's far
in a good way.
I am very strong and noble.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying.
I'm cold.
What are you willing to pay?
I first seek to find out what you would accept before I make an offer.
That's some dealership bargaining right there.
What is this item you seek?
It's like an old artifact. I don't even know what it even really looks like. I just kind of have a brief description of it.
Imagine something that's very useless to you.
It's like a puzzle piece for us, I guess. We're trying to put the pieces together.
Imagine something useless.
Puzzles. How
Picture, if you will.
quaint.
And you're
The
right.
giant.
I'll tell you what. I think my leader might like to talk to you about this.
Okay.
Come, I'll take you to Hyrrdakyn.
Oh,
Hyrrdakyn?
swag ass name. Is there any way we can do this at another time? I do have friends I adventure with, but they are so pitiful. I wouldn't dare present them to you, unless
You sent the strongest, and the strongest is only you.
Yes. And my bird guys, they're a little bit above them too.
Very well. Bring your other cowardly bird friends. Meet me by the gates. No,
They're not all.
don't meet me by the gates. Meet me on the north face. By the gates. Not by the gates. I keep saying by the gates, and that's Chuck fucking up, not the giant fucking up.
What did he say about his jacket?
On the short section of the wall. Do not be seen by any watchers on the wall.
Okay.
Snack on snack.
How long will you be? Very well. Hyrrdakyn and I will meet you there.
So we're agreeing that I can bring my friends. Is that what's going on, or
Yes.
They're not all bird.
Bring your
friends.
friends,
Yeah, okay.
and if your words are not entertaining, you will be snacks.
It'd probably take us an hour. You said it was 15 minutes?
Well, we just held back. I think.
you know what? Give me an hour. Is there anything you guys usually like to, or your strong leader would usually like to receive? We may have some time to,
Hyrrdakyn follows the old ways. Show up and parlay and face. And he turns and walks off. Farewell, snack. So great.
I scamper back off to the rest of the group.
Scamper.
So we got a meeting there in an hour. We definitely need to stealth up to the area to get in. And I'm not really sure what we need to offer, but we'll wing it.
Tell all your animals to go into this chest.
They're spirit animals.
We just-
they count.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
Dang it.
Spirit coins.
Spirit coins. Magic.
You can spend these at spirit cheese.
Well, worst case, we can offer one of our champion belts or something like that. Because I'll probably never be able to use it.
Not my champion belt.
You have more attachment to it than I do. Because I had to
Well-
dispose of it.
Only 2 champion belts were given.
Yeah.
Oh, only 2.
Me
Yeah,
and
me
Val.
Him and him.
I thought we all got one.
No, just the 2.
Oh no.
Just the champs.
I'm not
Oh
giving mine
man,
up.
well now I feel slighted.
Yeah, no. This is my precious.
I don't wear a shirt anymore now that I have this belt.
I never wore a shirt.
Old
So you
ass.
want the belt, you gotta wrestle
for it.
I'm not wearing pants anymore.
Doesn't even make sense.
All right. You relay the information. Do we need to have conversations here, or do we just want to push the back button, set an hour?
Not bad. Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, you guys make it to the north. You guys kind of crest over, just kind of peeking, and you see the giant that you talked to earlier, and then a slightly taller, more muscular giantess.
One that we know that isn't actually the leader.
You would presume that this is Hyrrdakyn. But
I definitely would have said we should have a large bag of gold if we can.
Well, that's the problem.
None of us have
I don't think any of us have any gold.
We have gold from
the Cyclopses, from the
Cyclopses and
sailors.
30 people that we murdered.
It was
Okay.
It wasn't
So
30.
we should have some gold.
It was.
Well, you murdered 30. You only
there's
converted
like 20 or 30,000 gold
a smaller amount.
that we have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I say we should get that in a bag immediately now.
Well, not all in one bag. I don't want to give them all of it at once.
Just like 1,000 gold.
I don't need it.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying we don't want to give them everything at once. You gotta piecemeal it out.
We have slightly less because my share has already been given out to the group.
I couldn't remember how. I have 19,000 from one of the groups and 21,000 from the other group. So
Okay, so I don't think we've divided it out really.
Okay. So,
we
what's
got
your
some
plan?
to work with. We can check them a little bit at a time.
To go up there with a large amount of gold and be like, hey, take this gold. And we just want to search around for this piece.
Yeah, we're looking for something that's useless to you guys. We'll remove it. Won't be a collecting dust in your castle anymore. That's all we need to do. Should
Okay.
take us like.
Well, that's your plan. Are you guys ready to go talk to them?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how your plan holds up.
Yeah.
Let
me use some charisma.
Well, you use the
I can't.
charisma.
I can't. I can't speak giant.
You cannot.
I can't.
And
Never
your
mind.
wizard's not here to allow you to speak giant.
Let me check one thing.
wait,
I
which
might-
wizard?
Corby.
Oh, she can do.
Tongues.
That's right. He's only a cleric now. I forgot.
Yeah.
He got
doesn't
demoted.
matter. Never mind. I'm just useless.
I get that in a few levels.
We got a lot of holy people. That's not bad.
Yeah, you got a cleric.
On both sides.
Yeah, that side
Yeah, so we
right
got
there.
A cleric, a paladin, a paladin.
Paladin, cleric.
To be fair, you know how to make people holy.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. So you guys climb up. You start approaching, and you see this giant points to you, and the giantess turn towards you and stands there. She's got a real sour look on her face, like, what the fuck is this shit?
Oh, damn, they're on the way already.
How are you approaching?
I think my bird's gone at this point, so
We
Yeah.
are
I
the
would-
shit.
I would like direct me and him to probably take lead.
Okay.
And no weapon showing.
Okay.
Calmly
It's kind of
approaching.
hard to not have my weapon showing. They're kind of big.
I can
You're
have
not
some
brandishing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
can have
it's
my
not in
weapon
hand.
not showing because one looks like a stick.
I'm carrying my shield though.
Yeah. That's,
I just got my stick in my shield's collapsed.
Just on my back, like dragging in the sand behind me.
do I
On the
know
rocks behind
anything?
me.
Can I roll a nature check?
I look
Yeah.
like an old man in plate armor for some reason.
We don't know how he's able to wear that plate armor. He's so weak. Or feeble.
He's just very scared.
I mean,
He's a very scared old man.
Yeah, what are you rolling, Alex?
Oh,
What are you rolling? What do you want to know?
I just want to know if I know anything general about giants.
Roll that nature check then.
Something very durable.
Nope,
Get,
7.
get me that magic way.
Okay.
I've fallen, but I
I
didn't
want
break
to
my
see
head
if
because of my plate
the
armor.
giant, the other giant, and not the one that he
Am I
talked to.
alien
I just can't
body?
get
The
back up.
giantess.
If they
Yeah.
look different, if
Just
they
like a
seem
turtle.
to be some different breed of giant or something. Or
Roll it.
They're a hate breed.
15.
You would be able to tell just looking at them. They're definitely both frost giants, as you've been told. You don't know for sure because you probably don't know exactly what a frost giant looks like. This one, giantess, she's a lot. I would say a lot. She's got a couple feet and she's got a lot of muscle on them. Like, definitely, she's the Zarya of
Why did I know you were going to say that?
there you go. The Zarya of giants.
Which one of us?
I don't know.
It was gonna go there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pizza.
Pizza's here.
I'll be back. You continue the talks for me.
Oh,
Say
damn
things
it.
that
That's a
bring us
mistake.
together.
Which is dead.
That's a mistake.
It was a mistake for me to talk to him too.
So, this the giantess turned towards the other one as you guys are approaching. And Hyrrdakyn, I thought you brought me someone to talk with and not pray. Come, pray. What is it that you want?
We request access to a small item that is rusting in the gathering dust in your castle. We know you don't use it, you don't need it because you're way too powerful. But we would like it.
So you want access to our home to raid it like common thieves and take something that is rightfully ours?
I mean,
If you were true warriors, you would take it by force.
We're not willing to pay.
we're not necessarily going to take it. We are willing to provide compensation for your time.
What is it that you seek? Answer me truthfully and with detail if you do not want to meet my axe.
How much do we know about what we're looking
What's
for?
his name?
You just know that it's called like the weapons guidance crystal or some shit like that.
There's I assume they're asking what are we actually looking
Yes,
for?
what I'm
Yeah.
looking for, and answer truthfully.
I would
We're gonna kill us.
There's some kind of crystal in there that we need.
We don't know much about it though.
A crystal. Crystal, and she turns to Hyrrdakyn. That was the giant you were talking. His name's Hyrrdakyn.
Kind of sound.
And she gives Hyrrdakyn this look, like this little smirk. A crystal, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Does it glitter? Does it shine?
We don't know. We just know there's a crystal in there in that castle. I told him I barely knew what it even
We were
looked like.
given very vague direction. Is that a cat or?
I think that's a cat. Yes, it's a cat.
Get the-
Get it! Yay! Stream, just so you know, I am deathly allergic to cats, give or take a death or two.
Where the hell did it go?
But it's still unpleasant. It went under the table. It went that direction.
Why did it go this way?
Because it doesn't want to get caught.
Hyrrdakyn, she gives him a smirk. What are you willing to give for this crystal?
How much gold do we have?
It's the Seuss. Like apparently 40,000. So let's not give it
Probably
all
close
at
to
once.
30,000.
Death by
I think
kitty.
it's closer to 30,000.
Okay. Well,
Give me a number.
let's say. Well, he has the
Let's do
numbers.
10.
I think it
Let's just
was.
say 10.
No. How much do we have?
I think we have 30,000.
That's a Tyler question right there. Tyler, how much gold do you guys have?
About 40,000.
About 40,000.
All right.
Minus whatever my share was of that.
Yeah.
So we have 39,000.
35. Yeah, 30, I don't know. Math.
I'm gonna go with 35.
Yeah.
We have 15,000 gold. We came to offer.
15,000 of your shiny weakling gold.
It can be used to bargain with the other weakling gnome people.
Anything they have worth having, you take by force. That is our way.
Okay.
But your shiny gold may be useful.
Do you wish to expand your territory?
Are you strong enough to claim what you want?
Yeah.
Is there a
She
way
probably-
to
I think she is.
I asked you that comment.
If it came to it, would you be willing to fight for what you want?
It depends on what you mean by fight.
Would you be brave enough?
Is anyone translating of you two?
No.
No.
Would you be trained? Would you be brave enough to claim your prize? To challenge Claxas Clax
Well,
to ritual combat?
I'm more of the Mortal Kombat kind of guy.
Bum, 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 bum.
I am not as strong to even think about doing that, but I do have gentlemen in my party that may be able to attempt such a challenge.
She turns to you and she kind of pokes you. You're not as small as the rest of these insects. Prey.
She's not lying.
She really isn't.
Would you be brave
Wait, does
enough?
she actually poke him?
Yeah.
I get in between him with the shield, like, fuck you, lady.
She would definitely give a.
I'm just gonna push you to the side. Ignore
She
it.
would definitely give a good laugh at that, and then she would poke you in your shield again. And she would then direct the question. Of course, you can't understand it. Are
Yeah,
you
it'd
brave
sure
enough
help if we had someone
to
translating
challenge
for us right now.
Claxas?
Silence,
Clax?
wench. I'm a servant of Fultus, the one
Are you
true
speaking
God.
in giant?
No, I'm speaking in common.
Hey, idiots.
What does
She
this
talks
prey
shit to me,
say?
I talk shit to
Ignore
her.
him. I am brave enough to take your challenge of ritual combat.
No. Are you brave enough to challenge Claxas Clax if you have to?
Yes.
Very good. Let us go to Claxas Clax.
Wait, who's Clax?
the leader of the
I thought she
KSK?
was Clax.
No.
fuck.
That's why I said we're
This
not
is
talking to the leader.
Hyrrdakyn.
We
I
are
thought she was the leader. He said he was gonna make
That's
us some-
probably his handmaid, honestly.
Oh, okay.
we're probably working on overthrowing the leadership due to an internal struggle.
That's fine. I'll help with that.
Follow me then, pray. And then she would then start just walking.
He's gonna fight the leader
Oh, that's
real quick.
That's gonna go
It's
great.
it's fine. Just
Gonna go great.
we just need you to circle up to make the arena.
I
Our people
will,
are half of the arena, and you people are the other.
Lumberjack match, here we go.
Do we still have Pass Without a Trace on?
I started
Don't worry, I'm
along
ahead of you,
again.
man.
I should.
That's all I wanted.
I wonder
Our
if I
good
wonder if I
good
can
friend, I
test.
say good friend, Veruth says just send the cleric into combat. They'll be fine.
It'll be great.
It'll be great.
I see that.
One of
glimmer
you
in
will
your eye,
die.
and I readjust the sash. I'm like, don't worry.
Just heal them to death. That's how it works.
I'll say, depending on who goes into combat, I could like bless him and shield of faith him,
Yeah.
I just need you to stay alive.
Bless
long
you.
enough.
That's fine. I can stay alive long enough for you to find the
or we can
lady.
both do something.
All right.
Yeah.
So she just
Slap
starts
each other with
walking,
hands, face,
and
smack them down.
Clorgdak
Do you
follows
have any
her.
object?
I do.
And
Well,
maybe
no,
he
I
looks
might not
over
be
his shoulder to see if
I
you
have
guys
to
are
spell that. I
following.
might not have it prepared.
Hyrrdakyn doesn't give a fuck, and she's just walking. You get the feeling that
Okay.
she's definitely, she knows her worth. in this brutal kind of society.
Let me make sure I have it because I might be mixing it up. With
So-
cleric.
You guys going along?
Yeah, I'm following.
All right.
I do have locate object. It's not prepared.
She walks you into
We don't
the.
know.
We don't know nothing about the object.
I thought you were able
You have
to.
to be familiar with it.
You have to be familiar with
You have
it.
to be familiar with.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Locate object.
I can locate your sword. I can't locate any sword.
You double check the rules on that, the wording of the spell. I think there's some penalties if you try to locate
That's how most of
something.
them were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the more familiar you are, the better the chances.
Describe or name an object that is familiar to you.
That's familiar to
Like
this is not
crystal.
familiar
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
That's the first sentence.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Weapons,
Well,
guidance,
while
crystal,
we're
and
talking, you skim through that to make sure there's not something further on
I
that may
gotcha.
allow you to do
What
it at a
if-
penalty.
You should flip your eye patch open and ask them what the weapons guidance crystal looks like, and try and become familiar with it.
well, I don't think I have to put my patch open. I'll just think hard.
Have you ever told us what you see through your special
No.
eye?
No.
No.
He
And I
sure
didn't say
hasn't.
that.
It's frightening.
I'm not worried about it.
All right, guys.
I don't care about you guys. We're
So-
gonna steal some stuff.
She leads you through. And you walk into the castle and you can see kind of looking around.
That you have eyes.
The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have
I
seen
need
it
to be
up close
in
within 30 feet.
Where the fuck is Scratch?
At least once.
Okay.
Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind,
So you could say locate weapons,
such
guidance,
as
crystal.
a kind of apparel, jewel, furniture, tool, or weapon.
All right, you can walking through. You can see, the different buildings in the castle. You walk through, and you guys are familiar with a castle layout, so you can kind of identify the purpose of each building just by looking at it. She's leading you. You're familiar with kind of the way the birds describe it. You think you're going towards the Great Hall because you're going towards the inner courtyard in this castle. But she's not talking to you. And you see other giants walking around. Like you said, you see these giant fucking tents. They're kind of like teepee lean-to-esque, covered in huge furs like mammoth and oxen and fucking, I don't know, what other bison furs or what the fuck
Wookiee?
Wookiee furs.
Ewok.
But she's leading you to the Great Hall.
No,
And
they like Ewoks.
you guys doing anything as you walk along, or are you just following her
I'm
directly?
definitely looking around to see if I can judge where the best place to search for the crystal would be.
That sounds like it would be some kind of check.
Investigation?
Sure.
I'll make that as well. Investigation or insight?
Insight is figuring out someone's motives. Investigation's kind of
Okay.
Sherlocking that shit, figuring out
That makes sense.
Ooh, yeah.
how pieces tie together.
Oh, hell yeah.
Anyone else doing
So I
this?
take it we're going from the entrance towards the
Sure.
Great Hall.
Yes,
I don't know
that's
what it
accurate.
is.
I would like to do a religion check on the chapel and see if I recognize anything about
You
it.
roll your check.
I'm back.
Hang on a second. I got to get caught up on my notes for a second.
I got a 17.
Okay, what are our potential things that we can do?
We're doing investigation checks to see if we can
What was your roll?
guess. I got a 19.
I got a
Damn.
23.
Damn.
All right. I want to go through just.
I'll probably just religion along with him
Okay.
because I'm paladin.
Chris, are you rolling any kind of check?
Christ,
I rolled
giants,
investigation, but it was only 17. Oh, why?
My result was a 10. So,
Jake, you're religioning.
yeah.
I tried so hard.
Says the guy covered in
Dan, you're religioning.
16.
Joe, you're invest.
19.
Alex,
23 for investigation.
fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah.
Tyler, you doing anything? You're just following.
I'm just saying hi to everybody as we go past.
Sounds good.
Hi guys, nice to meet you. I'm Thavik.
They're just
All right.
larger
Easy
versions of
enough
you.
is the
Walking by with your title belt like,
the
what?
two religion checks. Jake, you're just not able to parse it out.
Yeah.
Dan, you can kind of get a better look on kind of the architecture, maybe some of the markings on the building. And you know for sure that it's not a temple to something you recognize.
Okay.
So
So it's unaligned.
I wouldn't say it's unaligned. It's probably going to have an alignment.
Unaligned to normal things.
Yes, it's not of the pantheon that you're familiar with. There's a good thing. We're going to go with Alex's explanation because Alex's role will encompass all of the lower rolls that you guys got. Because Chris, Joe, and Alex, your guys' roles were all enough to tell you information. Alex's is going to tell you enough, or tell you more. So we're going to start off with kind of the lower bits. You can see signs of giant activity. Like you can see like footpaths in the yards and along the stone. You can see kind of footpaths, wear and tear. You can see kind of where the giants' tents are set up and lean-tos, that there's clear like walkways that they don't have certain buildings blocked off. And you can see that the chapel, the small hall, and the great hall, you can see it looks like the giants are using those buildings. The other buildings that you see, it almost looks like the entrances of those buildings are too small for the giants to fit through. So it doesn't look like the giants have been going in or out of those buildings. Next up, you can tell that the castle is in excellent shape. No broken windows. Everything's clean. No fucking vines or anything are on any of the walls. No ivies growing.
Wow. Get care of this place. One of the clockwork golems do.
It looks almost no. Even the garden over by the chapel and the crypt and the greenhouse, even the garden looks well kept.
Wow. So
like maybe there's like rows of flowers growing it or some shit.
So they're not your average.
Nice.
Earlier when we passed the golems, how big were they?
They were large sized.
Okay, they would also be too big to go through these smaller doorways.
No, they may be too big to fit through. Like Thavik, it's gonna be you're gonna have to duck and kind of go through sideways a little bit.
Like normal sized doors, but they were small for normal.
Yeah. So the iron golems are bulky enough. You don't think they could probably fit.
Okay.
The next thing that you're going to note. Also, you can see looking around, there are some golems wandering around the yard. It looks like they're kind of like maybe running errands or chores, like fetching a pail of water or some shit. Maybe it's got like a bucket of potatoes that it's hauling into some tent or some shit like that. You can also see there's signs of kind of looking around in the dust around you, like doing your fucking like Sherlock kind of shit. You can see that there's actually signs of smaller humanoid habitation here, but not in the yards, not in those buildings that the giants are occupying. You can see going into like maybe the apartments, maybe like the stables or the barracks. You can see like activities maybe been going on there, and this is like some high level shit you're noticing. Like you're seeing like you're noticing this in like trigonometry shit's floating in front of your eyes. Like maybe you can even see like maybe like a smoke coming out of a chimney or some shit, or
is this trigonometry?
maybe candlelight in a window or something like that. Okay. Clearly, these are buildings the giants are not occupying, but something is occupying them. You don't see any of the creatures, though. The only creatures. Are you flipping your eye patch up? You see the two creatures that you always see when you look into this other realm, standing there, blank expression, just staring directly at you.
I don't know what else to do.
No response.
I continue looking around.
You don't see, the eye doesn't reveal anything else. Nothing stands out with the eye. But another thing that you do notice with your trigonometry floating in front of you.
My trigonometry eyes?
Your trigonometry eyes.
I can see it.
The crypt doesn't look like it's had any kind of activity going to it.
Oh.
At the back of the garden.
Which could be a place we need to check out.
And so that's what your 23 perception check or investigate check tells you.
Nice.
That's a lot of information.
I need to investigate more often.
Yeah, that was a really good roll.
Good at it.
I am, definitely.
Wait, were the tracks recent?
I mean, there's enough of them here. I don't think there's going to be a recent track.
Yeah, pretty much. It's frequent is more the word you're searching for.
Making sure that you weren't seeing human tracks that were 100 years old.
No, definitely not.
Do I see any of the shapes in front of his eyes? Can I like lean in?
My pupils turn into triangles.
Yeah, his pupil turns into triangles.
Turn
One
yellow
thing
and,
that you
expand.
you don't see any of the smaller humanoid creatures. You don't see any of the golems entering any of the smaller buildings. The giants don't look like they could fit into the smaller buildings. But you do definitely see activities of the giants entering in the bigger buildings. The chapel, small hall, great hall. And the great hall is where you're being led.
Okay. Does the crypt look too small for the giants to enter as well?
Yeah.
I turn to you, and I say, do you think they know what we're looking for?
I don't know.
That would be an insight check.
I bet they have no idea what we're trying
Check
to
it
find.
with your insight.
13.
You have no idea.
Would I be able to also roll that?
Not very
I would say-
insightful.
Yeah. If you're asking the question, I would presume I
Are
would
you
let
asking it wildly open?
21.
You get the feeling from Hyrrdakyn and Hyrrdakyn that they don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, good.
I'm just worried that it's gonna be like the last place that we were, like with the eye, it was doing something to the place that we were at, even though it wasn't really useful to the place. I'm worried the crystal's gonna do.
Tyler, what's our time?
We got like 4 minutes.
What language?
Okay.
44 seconds, actually.
I asked you that open.
Less than a minute.
Dwarvish,
Okay.
English, and Orc.
I asked you an orc. Like, hey,
2712.
I think it's somewhere. I don't think they know where it's at. And I think there's some other things living here. I think either A, we can ask them, or B, they have it.
Okay.
So, and I would list the places.
What
that
are you saying?
I know they've gone to.
You speak Orc? Yes.
You know, yeah. So you're in it too. I think.
What are
it's
you
somewhere-
speaking?
Orc.
Orc.
It was just like growling and grunting and shit over in the corner.
Also, I would definitely give that these giants, they don't really seem to be giving any fucks to you. You definitely get the feeling that they think you're inferior beings. So you would
They've written
feel,
this off already.
yeah, you would feel confident kind of moving between each other to share this information discreetly.
So I'm like, I would tell them the places that I know they've been to or can tell. And
Chapel, small hall, great hall.
I think the other places are where we need to check. Maybe that crypt.
Okay,
There's some apartment buildings, and I think somebody's living in one of them.
the chapel and the great hall and the small hall
Can we
are
mark
the
on
buildings
this?
that they can.
Yeah, those are yours. Feel
Okay.
free to do whatever the fuck you want for those.
Okay.
I've got the
three biggest buildings are the
PNG.
ones that they can fit.
And
You
actually,
print
if
all
you
the
guys
copies.
are on the Discord, you can open up the Discord, and I've posted the full colored map in the Discord if you want to see it there.
Is there? So we still have Pass Without a Trace.
You,
Probably
it's
only a few minutes of it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's not like an invisibility spell. It doesn't break
Yeah.
when you interact.
So we know the apartments are not occupied. The crypt. Was there another place?
The giant activity is small hall, great hall, chapel.
Mhm.
You are seeing activity in. Let me pull up the picture.
So we're being led to the Great Hall.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen activity, what looks like, because there's two apartments. In the apartments that you could see attached to the small hall, maybe there you see like signs of activity in the barracks / armory, the apartments. I guess that's really the stables. There wouldn't be any activity in the stables. There wouldn't be any activity in the mews. You couldn't really get a look on the kennels, the greenhouse. Maybe you see some activity in the smithy too.
What are mews?
It's stables that
The
have
rare
been converted
Pokemon.
into apartments.
Oh.
Anyway, guys,
I do
we're
that
talking
sometimes.
about your map there. That's where you,
Up.
where your
It was
current
really
location,
quiet,
your eyes can lay upon activity in smithy, barracks, apartments.
How many giants are roaming around through here? Do they
Uh,
all seem to be like? Are they all kind of gathered in one of the buildings? We could guess.
You can see some giants moving around. You don't really got a number on it. You've seen maybe less than like 6 or 7 so far.
Okay.
So you know there's potentially up to 20.
Are most of them like on the walls that we're seeing?
Now you maybe see like 1 or 2 on the walls.
Okay.
There's some walking between tents, maybe walking places. Occasionally, one may stop and like eyeball you really hard, but see that you're following Hyrrdakyn and just kind of like, okay, whatever.
Yep.
I don't really think any of them are going to be brave enough to interrupt Hyrrdakyn and whatever the fuck she wants to do.
Can't
So-
have it. I made it for me.
Are you guys ready to
What are you
move
talking
into
about?
the Great Hall?
Before we do that,
Yes.
that's the end of our
Oh.
episode.
That's where I was going to say. I want to sign off, but I just want to make sure that at the start of the
You wanna
next
taste
episode,
it
we're
around
ready
it.
to move into the Great Hall.
Before are the
Do you have
doors
Coca
like
Colas?
open?
To the Great Hall, they're closed, but they're huge doors. They're even big on these
Did you hear that
giants.
Coca-Cola's getting super
I looked you guys were going in. I'm like,
Really?
all right.
For what?
I take the quick
Because
and you
they're
take the other.
partners?
the
Guys.
in the barracks. All right, we're ready to go in.
Say that again. Are you sharing that with these 3?
I mean, can they understand orc?
Oh, are
No.
you still speaking in Orc?
Oh,
Then no.
Okay. I love
I need to point out, Kendall has been looking around sort of disgusted in this place. So he doesn't like giants because he knows they think that they're better than everyone else when they're clearly not. Because he's a dragon.
Honestly, there's a lot
But
of...
when you guys start speaking in Orc, he's like,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there you
Everything
go.
about this.
All right, so we're going to pick up. Twitch people, we're going to take a quick break. I got to go pee. We got some pizza we need to tear into.
That's right.
have
When we
Coca-Cola.
come back, we'll be
Oh, wow,
moving into the Great Hall to see if these guys can finally talk with Clacksass Clacks
Or kill him.
or kill them.
I'm gonna kick the crap out of him.
But anyway, so Twitch people, give us just a few minutes. YouTube people, thanks for watching. We'll be back in a couple days.
Dang. That pop in the top there.
Yeah, have a great day. Don't forget to
Pop on
vote
top.
this coming Tuesday in the election.
Wait a
That's
second.
right. Do the things.